Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing another VOD. This is actually for Eva. Eva is one of my brand new mods on my Twitch and I love Eva so much. They are very, very sweet. Also a console and GM Mercy. So we're going to see some very, very high level gameplay today. So we're just going to look into this kind of game. Eva has sent me a little message as well with a code basically saying, "Hi Ali, so I was GM1 before I went 5 and 12 and this game demoted me to GM3. First Mercy game in a while. I want to see what I could do differently. I do struggle with overcommitting, but it's something I actively work on." So it's good obviously that we've already established at what we're doing wrong, which is always great. I always it's always great to know kind of where you're going wrong as Mercy. Like with me, for example, at the moment, it's very much my my reses I feel as though are letting me down quite a bit. Like I'm not actively looking for some slightly riskier reses and stuff. But it's always great that you're looking for other stuff. So just before we start, once again, you can get your own VOD views. They offer 5,000 channel points on my Twitch. I do them on Mondays only, but of course I stream on Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays. Usually, of course, my Discord and also my Twitch usually shows different schedules depending on obviously different timings and stuff. And basically that's just of my normal Mercy gameplay. Sometimes it's with Sigrun if people want me to suffer with Sigrun. And also I will gladly do other tank games and also DPS games as well, and sometimes a bit of variety. So yes, we're just gonna get started off with the VOD. We have the lovely lifeguard skin on. I absolutely adore this Mercy skin. I think it's so cute, and we have the cute little world weapon charm. I haven't seen this one in ages, but honestly I think it's one of the most cutest. Oh, Eva as well did say that they were queued with this cast, so it's always good to obviously be queued with other people. But overall, great first what's called commitment with the soldier. Obviously damage boosting, who is being most effective. Lovely rotation down. I would have maybe rotated up to the high ground, which I feel as though, I don't know whether you messed that up slightly. I would have rotated up to the high ground to go and help you cast, but it's all good. Lovely rotation. Lovely rotation again. Cannot fault you on that. I think soldier overcommitted, so that's fine. Lovely. Lovely res as well, waiting for it to be as safe as possible. You did that perfectly. Perfect how you went in with the soldier, because I have seen a few times where people who were duoed with someone, they kind of focus too much on damage boosting their duo and stuff like that. But yeah. Oh, okay. Just kind of get the pistol out. I wouldn't have bounced over here for say, because you still have your cast, right? I always think that this high ground is one of the best for focusing people that are down here. So as soon as you see the soldier drop, he's probably wanted to basically push down here and stuff like that. Try and look for your cast first. And what's it called? Don't, because you're rotating over here. I really don't like this spot over here. The reason is because if you rotate over here, it makes you very prone to these. But also this is basically their way to get up to you on this high ground. So either you want to commit with your soldier and come down here, or you can just keep a hold of this high ground with your cast and literally just play probably here probably. So obviously when the payload starts pushing around before they want to go and take the fight, you could just jiggle peek this corner like this. But it's fine. Overall, keep going. So I love how you play that cover up until you get your GA back. Really, really nice and lovely. Obviously you see no one's pushing the car. Really, really great of you. Lovely backwards GA in to get your beam onto the soldier. Really, really great. Lovely back off. Can't help you break, that's fine. To try and push your damage boost a little bit more in this scenario. Because what's it called? People are still quite healthy. Obviously your cast just ends up getting dragged in basically. But you can push it a tiny little bit more there. Although this does look like it's gonna be a loss. Leaving your leaving your Junker Queen there is fine. Yeah, that's all good. Can't do anything about it. I know they're chasing after you, so this is probably you trying to quickly run back. Love how your brig's peeled for you. Great escape. Cannot fault you on that. You did the right thing. So obviously just helping Cass. Lovely ping on the res, saying that you want to res, because it means that your brig can go on what's called peel for you. Really nice how you did it as well, as much in the room as you can. Perfect. Okay, at this point in time, I would actually, instead of being main with your team, I'd be looking to push with your soldier. The reason is because your soldier has this visor, and he'll probably want to start basically pushing this angle and holding this angle with the visor, alright? I know it's hard with Brig Mercy, because I feel as though Brig Mercy doesn't provide a lot of healing compared to if you have other people. So you can literally just, what's it called? You can just push up with this, just play a little bit more on this kind of stairs here. Stay with your soldier. Hopefully you should visor in a second and you could just play main. I'm hoping that's what you do. I've paused it a little bit too early. So we're playing with Cass. See how your soldier dies here now because you're not with him? Yeah, either the like if you were with this soldier, then I feel as though I don't know whether he will like not have died or something. I'm gonna actually let me quickly rewind it because I just want to have a little look over. So obviously this perfect res that we said before, of which I could only skip by 20 seconds because it's on Xbox sadly. Did the right thing, obviously staying inside, lovely rotation. So this is the point where I would rotate with your soldier, right? Because what your soldier ends up doing is he ends up just look, if he had that damage boost on him, he could like maybe eliminate his cast right now. Never gets a duo syndrome. Honestly, I don't like duoing is fine. Do not get me wrong. Like I'm not saying like duoing is bad and stuff like that, but you have to kind of like think that your duo isn't everything. And I see this case a lot in like Masters and GM Mercies, especially when they're duoing with a DPS. I've had to kind of like teach myself a lot where even if like someone else is doing better or like someone else is a better target, you just have to like not basically stay your entire time. Like your cast here isn't the be all and end all. Like what, like how is your cast going to help this fight? Cast has such like a bad drop off compared to your soldier over here. So honestly, just try and like weigh out in your head and think, who should I damage boost at this moment in time? So it's like, for example, at this point, it'd be a soldier. If the fight starts to get a little bit more messy and a little bit, more into the face and stuff like that, then obviously then you can start to damage boost your cast a little bit more. I didn't even think it was on DPS. It's actually a tank bait. Oh, okay. Which is fair enough. Alright, so obviously we avoid the ult, which is great. They have their visor out. Love your positioning right now. Try and get your heal beam onto your jungle queen as you're coming out there. Even if like she drops, you still have, because your brig is like full health, it would have helped to try and get her out a little bit more. But lovely. I love your like rotations. Your rotations are really, really great. Lovely damage boost. Lovely waiting until the last second to damage boost. Really, really great. Just playing with your jungle queen. Obviously you're seeing that the jungle queen is there. Lovely positioning right now. Okay, do not, like, I would not jump into here, okay? At this moment in time, you basically just have to stay committed into this room. Because what's going to happen is, once these guys have, like, backed off, these guys will now be looking to take space, and you coming back out into here is going to make you so prone to these guys, okay? So in this scenario, you just have to basically just play split from your DPS and think to yourself, okay, in this cluster of people where I'm safe, who is best to damage boost? And at the moment, it's going to be your jungle queen. Up until obviously if your brig starts like being a little bit more aggressive, then you know you can like damage boost her a little bit. But at the moment, like it's going to be your jungle queen for that little bit of spam damage because we end up popping Valk because of that. It's fine, we pop the Valk to survive, which is great. That's helping with your cast. I would have just stayed outside there. But it's good how you got in to go heal. Lovely heal for your brig. I would have stayed with your cast, right? Oh no, let me just quickly rewind all this basically. Because I want to talk about this entire bout. So you did really well here. This is great. You do not need to leave your cast here though. Especially when you know people are going to be there. Like you can GA of course to help your brig. But you were then very tunnel visioned on this brig, right? Turn yourself back around to come and help this cast. Because, what's it called? Like, you should know, like, oh, I've been helping my cast out, and your cast is obviously still your main blue beam target. These two are fine over there. Your brig has rally up as well, which she can, like, really, like, well self-sustain. So at this point, I'd be, like, turning around to go and help your cast, helping jungle queen, which is fine. You know, I would have, like, stayed a little bit further out, that's fine. Okay, this scenario here, okay, look at your brig's health. You do not need to help your brig here, okay? Because your brig has self-heal coming up soon. And also she's above half HP. If your brig was like looking more to be more critical, I would have gone in to maybe help her. And even then, I would have just done a directional GA. Like I would have just GA'd to her and then directional back up to your cast. Because you end up letting your cast die here. Because if we watch this, we end up peeling for the brig, who's now started to get the health regen, as we mentioned. If you stayed with your cast right here, your cast can get some really nice shots into this jungle queen. Your jungle queen can also help attack her or even like attack the Mercy. And this stops him from dying here. Like, it ends up also using the high noon. Good shots on the Mercy though. I will not like complain. Really nice shots. Okay, instead of just doing the reload there, put it away. Because obviously you'll know this either. This will just be like a mistake on your behalf. But essentially, this is just for anyone that's just watching right now. Essentially, if you pull out the staff and you leave the staff out for like a few seconds, it automatically reloads the pistol. So it's very, very rare that you'll need to go through the reload animation as like Mercy with the gun, okay? So you can literally just, as soon as you've got that kill of that Mercy, you have to then think to yourself, I cannot get that kill, especially after you kind of like bumped your head on the doorway. You have to think to yourself, I can't get off this kill, just pop it away, get the staff out, and just go in damage boost. Lovely. And now you can res. Very, very nice. And your Brig starts doing the emo, which is so, so lovely. Nice heals onto the soldier. Both of you have like pretty similar ult charge, so it's fine if you get off that healing there. That's all good. Okay. Okay, at this point, it's the same thing again, where you want to be kind of helping those on point. Okay. You do not need to like be pinging point here, because you'll have your tank and your jungle queen here. You now basically just need to be looking to see where my DPS is going to be attacking from. Now, obviously, because they got past that checkpoint, they're going to have the new spawn, which normally means they will push up this kind of alleyway, which is exactly what they're doing. So now you basically just have to prepare with your DPS, which is what you're doing now, like really, really great. But you just need to do that a little bit quicker. Lovely damage boost on everyone. That's how you recognize the jungle queens there. I would commit. Honestly, I would commit in here. Okay, no, they're returning back. So I thought your soldier was going to come and like commit and like start coming around here, in which case I would have gone with him. But he just actually ended up doing it, which is like, it's fine, you know. But you just try to remember like to not leave people like this, especially because your Brig is still the one that's like on the point. The last push I was for is to push bot, so I pinged it. Oh, okay, fair enough, Eva. It kind of like seemed like your, what's it called? Your Brig was like going to go and do it, so I was like... But it's alright, don't worry. But yeah, but just in this scenario, just try not to, you know, come and do this, especially because your Brig is like there to do it, basically. You could just like, just stay committed with these guys, but they're gonna come back, so it's fine. So they're coming back around. Nice heals on the cast. Ooh, okay. I would literally just stay on these stairs here. Like, instead of, like, flinging yourself, like, back up and around this, like, taking yourself, like, unnecessary damage from around here, I would literally either just play very hugged up next to these walls and just play like this, or I'd just, like, play on these stairs, depending on, like, how you want to play, basically. Because you can kind of, like, play on these stairs, like, what, how long? Yeah, you can play, like, here. On these stairs like this and not like take any damage, because you like flicking yourself up like this, especially when you don't need to right now, is causing you to like take this extra damage and stuff. All right, but it's the same thing again. Okay, we're stood with a healing beam. Sorry, I'm just want to rewind real quick, just so I can like gauge back to where we are. So Registration Queen, that's great. I would have committed in with them there, especially if they wanted to like fully go and commit. We're going to go back up. Okay, this is the point where you kind of like get a little bit mixed up. There is literally no need for you to make this rotation, alright? Your jungle queen is really, really healthy right now. She does not need your help. You can literally just stand down here and just damage boost your soldier. Alright? You can maybe rotate to come and stand up here if you want to, in which case you can then help your jungle queen and also help the soldier while still being in the cover. But there's no need for you to flick up as much as you are right now. Alright? Then we end up just kind of like heal busted on the Brig for a second. As soon as you made this rotation, you then have to think, I need to be back with the soldier here and damage boosting him, because he can get some more picks off here. Which is what you do like now. It's just making that thought process a little bit quicker. So you see that jungle queen, which is great. Lovely peel for your Brig. Damage boost. Lovely damage boost on the ultimate. Love your positioning right now. Go on. I will allow you. Okay. I thought you were going to go, like, properly after her. I'm really upset. My alarm went off. It's alright. It's alright, Eva. I was wondering why you had, like, the heal beam on your, on your Brig for so long. But I guess if she had the thing on, it's alright. Alright. This scenario, you want to be pushing up with your cast, okay? Because, so you have 4 people on this push spot right now. You only need 3 to get the, like, the max push. And obviously you'll know that. So what you can do here is just push up. Like, just play with your cast here. Because your cast will basically be looking for an early pick-off. If your cast can get this early pick-off, it makes, like, obviously it'll force Mercy to probably res. It's not gonna, like, you know, change a team fight. It'll probably, like, make Mercy res. But it's a really good, like, thing to pull out from their team, because then they won't have it for the next team fight. So you will essentially just want to kind of like play, probably like here, you kind of also like play like back here basically, and just help him try with that extra like early damage basically. Because right now you're stood kind of like doing nothing with the soldier right now. Also, if you just like ignore the robot, because I see a lot of like Mercy's like basically like being forced to, but it's because they're hanging about, so it kind of like makes the team think that, oh, you're gonna have to push the robot. As Mercy, I hate pushing the robot. Like, that is the last thing that I want to do, unless if my best damage boost target is on the payload with me and everyone else is behind. There is no reason why I want to be on the payload. You want to be active, you want to be pushing the damage boost even more. And you can do that by literally putting your blue beam on any of these guys right here and like pushing forward with them. Create as much like pressure and as much space as you can by applying that damage boost onto these like, active people, because that's what this Mercy's doing. This Mercy's already like damage boosting this Cass. All right, so you just want to be a little bit more active in this team fight and just put a blue beam on one of these guys. We'll keep going. Nice heals on your Sugar Queen. Nice heals on Cass. Nice Valk. I'm gonna tell you something here, what's just happened, which actually got me kills in like a very recent game of mine, because I was in the exact same scenario, okay? Your brig is safe right now, okay? So you do not need to force yourself to GA out to go and help them. I literally did. I'm not even kidding you. It was this exact same room, exact same scenario. I GA'd out to go and help someone and it got me killed. Because I decided I wanted to go and help them when I could have literally just let them help. Like, I think they were like over here and coming over to this like side. They could have easily just sat here and like health regen, and I could have just like stayed there and get my health up as well. But no, I decided, oh, I'm going to be the hero, and what's it called? I'll like go and help someone. You absolutely like do not need to peek this out, because what's going to happen is your brig will want to play like slightly passive for a second and get her health back up, and she can literally do this by just standing still over here for a few seconds. Sure, she can like jiggle out as well and like pack people if she wants to and stuff like that. Plus, remember, brig has like a gigantic shield as well that can literally block like 300 damage. So this is a really good Valk, do not get me wrong. All right, I'm gonna go back to it because this was a really good Valk. So as we talked about before, lovely damage boost from your Cass there as well. I don't think I mentioned that before. So, we're back up into the room. That is great. Help and heal Cass. We pop the Valk, okay? Push damage boost here. Because, like, you healing these guys is only going to heal up your Jungle Queen here. Obviously, it's fine, like, at this point when they're, like, coming in and stuff like that. But while they're still coming in and they're still quite healthy, be sure to just damage boost them a little bit more there. Damage boost now. Yeah. Because you can see how you kind of like get yourself like a little bit like stuck and struggled just because you're trying to help this brig. This brig is completely fine where she is up until like you need to be a little bit more aggressive. So yeah, so basically you do not need to like leave this room whatsoever here. You basically can just stay in there, and then you can wait for because what's gonna happen, right, is essentially you want to be playing Valkyrie like to play with your team, by the way, because I can see your soldier like flanking like this. Just leave him to flank at this point because I feel as though this kind of team fight is a little bit more important. So all you need to do is literally stay in this room, wait for your brig just to play a little bit more passive, and you just basically play for like the main heals in this room. Wait for like these guys to make some more space with the damage boost. Plus your soldier as well is gonna like do a lot in like a second with this flank. And you can literally just stick in this room. You can wait for the brig to push forward. If she's still a little bit weak, you can top her up. You just need to play a little bit more safe there. So we have Junker Queen up. Nice, go to help with the visor. Ooh. Nice. I respect. Same thing with the reload again. Oh, I guess you're gonna go for the Mercy. Go on. Go on, you've got it. You've got it, I believe. Nice. I love that, that's fair enough. Alright. So we're gonna go up. At this point, I was just about to say, I'd be looking to damage boost the soldier a little bit more. He's getting picked off. You can res that though. Lovely ping on the res again. Lovely damage boost. Cannot do anything about your cast there, that's all fine. Rotate as soon as you could, which is really good. Heal up brig, which is great. Okay, I feel as though we backed out a little bit too soon here. So a little bit too, like, soon. Like, like, there's all, like, good, like, protecting your Desper 10 and stuff like that, you know, like, but I always say, like, you need to be, like, slightly more, like, committed into this team fight, I feel like, because you kind of, like, back out thinking, oh, it's lost, it's lost. You have to realize that you've only lost one player at this point. Like, you still have another 4 people that can help you. So you just need to basically just play this corner up until they push this robot, like, fully round. Just play this corner, keep your brig up here. Try to damage boost now, because if you were basically here with this brig, what you could do is you could then essentially, as soon as you can, damage boost this axe, because this axe is going to get 2 people. It's going to be quite, like, deadly of an axe, basically. And then you could play with your soldier over here. But we'll keep going. See what you're doing. So we're still committed with the soldier. This team fight's still even. As soon as he gets up to like half HP and that Jungle Queen's backing away, what's it called? Put the damage boost on. Think I'm overcompensating because I know I overcommit. Yeah, which I can kind of see as like certain points, but at the moment I feel as though you're like with this match you're playing really passive at some points. Which I guess kind of works at some points, but also at some points it doesn't. So this is fine, you playing this pillar here. It's just unfortunate. Honestly, there is nothing else you could do here, I'm going to be honest. Because if you obviously leave him, we'll get you killed. It's just unfortunate that none of your team come for you. Like, I think the only thing that could have helped you there is if you ping the Bastion or something like that. But yeah, no, you did the right thing here, essentially just like trying to play this as best as you could, bless. But yeah, there's just nothing really more you could do here. So honestly, Eva, I feel as though by you trying to compensate with you committing too much, I feel as though now you're not committing enough. Yeah, no, honestly, Eva, I feel you. I could feel you for the entire thing of like, please help. But yeah, no, definitely. Let's get your pistol out. I need to do this a lot more with like getting my pistol out while I'm trying to like regroup and stuff. Love the damage boost you get in. Love the heals on Jungle Queen. Nice heals on Brick. Nice. I hate being stuck in these dreams as well. Make sure you help me break. Oh, okay. We need to put the heal beam on Brig there, okay? Because if you guys basically want to kind of like make this out alive and not die, you essentially need to try to help your Brig out here. But now I feel as though because your Brig has died, I feel as though you kind of like need to just die and reset here. I'm not gonna lie. Yep, that's fine. Just jump off. Nice. I'm definitely used to the Honor passive backline gameplay. Yeah, which I feel as though that's the reason why with Honor, like, you have to kind of back out a little bit more early than what you would do with Mercy, which I feel as though is what you're doing a lot of the time. You'll see, like, one person fall and you're like, okay, I'm out kind of thing. Just try and, like, stay a little bit more committed into that team fight up until there's, like, 3 or 2 of you alive. And try not to, like, because I know a lot of Mercies will be like, oh, I want to try and, like, protect my Desper 10, all this kind of stuff. Honestly, Desper 10 do not, like, matter that much. Please help your... Okay. Let me just rewind this, sorry, because I was too busy talking about Desper 10. But yeah. Okay. So we're going around to go play with our cast, which is fine. Nice that you peeked you. Really, really good. Love how you super jump to try and avoid. Okay. I like this Valk, but with this Valk, you need to stay committed with your soldier, right? Because you just end up kind of tunnel vision onto this Jungle Queen. Jungle Queen is full health, and she has a Brig with her, right? Your cast is going to go and flank, which is absolutely fine by him. Your soldier's going to have a visor. So you basically want to kind of, if you want to use this Valk, which I don't even think you kind of like need to right now, but I guess I'll like see how the team fight kind of plays out. What you need to do is you can come out here, which is like nice that you did, and use the Valk to help you out. Just play here. Right? Because then you can help your Jungle Queen, but you can also help the soldier down here. Because what ends up happening is you end up disconnecting from the soldier who's just lost all this HP because he's doing this 1v1 with this soldier and also the Bastion and everyone. And you end up just putting it on your Jungle Queen. Which is good, like don't get on like getting it for the axe swing and stuff. But your poor soldier, bless him. Like he's fallen over because you're not here to help out. Obviously I know there's like a Bastion and everything here with him. But like if you managed to get the beam on him, he'd be able to come around this corner and kind of like refresh himself. And then you could help attack him from this corner, especially when that Bastion comes out of his turret form. Because right now, I don't have a clue who you're... Like, it feels like you're trying to fly to your cast, but your cast, like, did his flank and then backed off, okay? So literally what you need to do here is just allow your, like, just trust in your Brig. Allow your Brig to basically be with this Junker Queen and commit with the soldier down here. Defo Duo Syndrome. It feels like it a little bit. Because it kind of feels like you go for him and it's like, oh gosh, like, where's he gone? Nice damage boost here though, I will say. This is a really good damage boost. Love the use of cover as well. Nice res. Once again, pinging the res is really, really great. Cannot fault you on that. I cannot fault you on your reses. They're really good. Okay, as soon as you know this, like, this is another thing, right? You essentially, okay, so you've missed out on this visor, which is completely fine. You know, he did it very, very far away from you and you were committed with the cast. Now, instead of going round this way, you want to basically push forward with this cast. Because people are essentially wanting, because what's going to happen is they're going to know where the visor is. They're going to, like, basically run away from wherever this visor is going to be. Which makes, basically, visor kills really, really hard to get to. So what you now want to do is you now want to go and commit with your cast. This is the time where you want to commit with your Cassidy, alright? Because your cast ends up getting like quite a few like nice shots onto your soldier, onto the enemy soldier. Alright. Now you want to be with your Junker Queen. Because you know where this soldier, is, and you're basically what your Junker wants to do is she'll want to stagger this soldier as much as possible. She could do this so much easier and so much better if you basically leave this cast right now and just GA and like kind of basically like, play this like kind of pillar here for like a few seconds and basically help your Junker Queen get this like stagger kill off. Nice heals though afterwards, which is great. And obviously we're pushing forward. So yeah, put your blue beam on the soldier because the soldier can do more damage at far ranges. Really nice cover here. You cannot, yeah, you cannot do anything there. Lovely back off as soon as you could. Nice, can't help your soldier there. Okay, yeah, same with your Joker Queen where she kind of like goes in. But it's fine. This is a good reset. That's a good back out, alright? Right, nice. I love how you didn't just back off with her. You rotated round, which is great. Just remember to keep an eye on her health bar and just think if she's fine, could be backing out there. Put the blue bee on. Nice. I love kind of like how what you're doing right now and obviously helping all these guys. Nice Hayward's go and help him and end up getting out, which is really great. I would have literally just stayed where I was there. I'm going to be honest, right? Because if you can literally just like stay where you are here and just keep this blue beam onto your soldier. Let your cast walk forward. Like, because what your cast is going to do is essentially your cast is when he loses his HP, he's just going to back off. And he'll just back away from this visor. You can just stay in the safety of where you are by just damage boosting this soldier. And the soldier can even get the enemy soldier, or he can get another pick from someone else while he's damage boosted here. And then what will happen is after the visor's happened, your cast will then start to push forward again. And at that point, you can make the rotation to go and help him if you need to, or you can go and heal him up, okay? You just need to push this damage boost a little bit more than what you're doing, I feel, so at certain points. So you can literally just stick this blue beam on your soldier and then wait for the, like, wait for him to push forward afterwards. See how like weak he's getting? Just same thing, we just need to damage boost. Yeah, you're gonna survive there, which is all good. It's unfortunate that your Brig gets picked off like so early, but it's like such a what's called a team fight. See, I kind of see it's a lost fight, which is why I backed up. I feel as though we're gonna snowball and I got scared. It's best if you just like commit more though, if you get me, because you backing out like that is, I don't know, like, I don't know how to put it, but it's like, it's very much you just still need to be committed. Like, sure, you've lost your Brig, but who cares? Like, it's still going to be a 4v5. A 4v5 is still winnable. If it's more like a 3v5, then yeah, I'd understand, right? But because it's still at 4v5, you still have that soldier that you can damage boost at that point. He could still maybe get a pick and make it even. And then at that point, you could basically, because you're near Valk, you could build up your Valk and get your Valk off. Obviously, if Junker Queen kind of like dies, you can get into go and res her and make it an even fight again, or even like go into go and res your Brig if you need to as well. I just feel like you need to be a little bit like more committed to certain fights and stuff. Because it feels like you're giving up too easily at some points, if you get me. Okay, same thing again, where obviously now your duo has switched to Torb. you should now just be looking to damage boost this soldier more. The reason is because, in my opinion, I feel so Torb is one of the worst people to have as a main blue beam target. The reason is because soldier can obviously, well, if we just do a comparison between soldier and Torb, Torb has one thing that you could damage boost, which is his shooting. With soldier, you can also damage boost his helix rocket, and also he will do a lot more damage and a lot more accurate damage, I feel like. So I understand obviously this guy's your duo, but at the moment you have to kind of weigh up your options and think who is going to be our better option. This soldier, right? So you have to kind of like flip your head round from obviously kind of playing between the two to now basically kind of committing with your soldier. So obviously your soldier's called out, they has visor. Lovely commit with this visor. Lovely Valkyrie, lovely use of cover as well. Just same thing here where it's like your Torb's kind of fine here. Like he's lost a tiny bit of HP. I would literally just leave that. I just like go and damage boost these guys. Like that, like just put like mass damage boost on these guys here. Just wait for him to kind of come forward a little bit more. Go on, you got it. I believe. Go on. Oh, you would have got that kill as well. But yeah, Eva, overall, a really, really strong VOD, okay? I'm gonna start with the positives, where I feel as though your positioning for the majority of the time is really, really good. Like, your use of cover is really good. Valks were really good as well, specifically like behind covers as well. Just your use of cover is really, really good, basically. There were just like certain little parts where, for example, there was the part on like the bridge where I was telling you you didn't need to like hop over the bit, which, you know, we talked about, but I feel as though it's like your only like big like positional issue, right? Your res is really good, like pinging them and then make sure someone was there to basically safely do the res. They were really, really good. Cannot fault you on your reses, okay? Blue beam, I feel as though you could push it a little bit more in certain instances where it's like, for example, in that last team fight, there was a few instances like that where people like quite healthy and you could push that damage boost a lot more than what you were doing. It just feels like you feel like, you know what I feel like? I feel as though you played Mercy like you're really scared. Right? And the way that I'm kind of like justifying this is how passive you are sometimes, and also with the healing. Like I feel as though you're always like really worried, like they're gonna fall over, they're gonna die. Just trust them. You're in a high rank lobby, like you're in a GM lobby. It's, you know, unless if they make a really bad like mess up mistake, they're not gonna fall. You know, they're gonna fall over like instantly. You know. So just try and push that blue beam a tad little bit more if you can in like those certain areas. And then the final thing I just want to kind of like touch on is, actually no, hold on, there's two. So there's the duo thing, which I feel as though I kind of saw in little bits. I don't trust my team until I prove that they play well. You have to, no, you literally have to trust from the get-go, Eva, alright? You have to trust from the get-go and just be like, I'm going to trust, unless if like you specifically know that person, which obviously there are certain like people in the community, I'm like, I literally know, you know, like, I know you're going to do bad. But no, the majority of the time, you basically just have to fully commit in with that team. You just have to, like, you know, this team is going to be, like, the best console team I've ever had. You know, you have to, like, go in with that optimism. And then slowly it might work its way down, like, during the match, which, you know, I understand. It does happen sometimes. But you just have to start and just be, like, fully committed and be like, yes, these guys are going to be the best team I've ever had. So yeah, I've also never played with Del. He was on DPS. I was playing a little bit differently compared to the DPS I'm confident in. If you ever like that, right, you have to think, okay, I'm in a lobby. This other DPS is going to be as strong as that guy, right? And your soldier was a good soldier in this match. It wasn't like he was like, you know, dribbling his brains out, you know. He was doing really, really well. So just try and just trust your team a little bit more, which I think kind of comes into more of like the duo thing. I feel as though your duo kind of issue was the fact that you didn't trust everyone as much, but honestly, just trust them. Just damage boost as much as you can. Damage boost, whether it's like being active, sometimes that will be your duo, sometimes that won't be your duo. It's just how, you know, life goes, basically. And then my final thing is your commitment issues. I'm sorry. Like, I know obviously you're working on, like, obviously you felt like you were overcommitted a lot. This match, I feel as though you're actually undercommitting and being really, like, scared quite a lot. Like, I'll give you it was the issue where you kind of like backed out before like when it was like a 4v5, your break was like quite critical and you were playing after your first like checkpoint kind of thing and you were like pushing forward. You'll know which one I'm on about. At that point, that is still a really winnable 4v5 and you're already backing out saying, nah, I'm done with this team fight, we're done kind of thing. commit till the very end in certain team fights like that. All right. Because at that point in time, if you are able to heal up your break, damage boost that Junker Queen axe, that Junker Queen axe can like rip through them basically. Keep on damage boost that Junker Queen, maybe to help as well get that, cancel that res off. Go and commit in with your soldier as well. Like, it could have maybe turned that team fight. Obviously, I don't know. This is obviously like, hindsight at this point. But just honestly, in certain scenarios, if one person falls, don't be something like, I'm out of this team fight. We're not going to win this, right? Just kind of stay committed a little bit more. All right. So main things we need to work on is essentially just kind of work on pushing the damages a little bit more and knowing who to like blue beam and when. I feel as though like a little bit more. And obviously not staying with the duo as much as we can. And the second thing is literally that commitment. Like just be more committed. But let me know if you have any other questions either as well. Once again, thank you so much to everyone on Twitch as well and also on YouTube if you guys have been watching this. I really do appreciate it all. Once again, you can get your own VOD views. They offer 5,000 channel points. I do them on Mondays and I also do them on Wednesdays, Fridays, and sorry, I don't do VODs. I do my own streams on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays even. Where you can obviously come and see my own gameplay. I will also do bits of gameplay on Mondays as well in case I don't get any VODs. You come and say hello to my lovely chat or you can just come and lurk for the 5,000 channel points. Honestly, it is up to you. You are more than welcome to do whatever you wish. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!